Hi, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing a review of First Love by Gwendoline Riley. This is on the Bailey's Prize shortlist for 2017. This is the first book that I've read on the shortlist so far. So this is a really short book. It's only something like 170 pages. What is it now? 167 pages. So when I first bought it, I was really intrigued about it because it was so short. I don't think I've read a novel, we'll call this a novella maybe, it's so short. So I was kind of intrigued about that. I did a video on the long list, and I remember saying when I read out the premise of this book that I wasn't too sure about it. I didn't know whether I'd enjoy it, and my hunch was correct. This tells the story of Neve, and it's about her life and the relationships that she is in and has been in. So the main relationship that you see her in this book is between her and her husband Edwin. And Edwin, it can only be described as a bit of a monster of a husband. He has some sort of an illness, which I can't remember off the top of my head what the illness is, but he's in quite a lot of pain all of the time. So you think maybe when he makes some of these crude, or not crude, but horrible comments, or when he kind of argues back with her, that oh, you could put it down to that, but I don't particularly think he can. So she has what I would only describe as an abusive relationship with her husband. He emotionally abuses her, makes her feel small, worthless, just treats her like a child. But this book also goes into some of her previous relationships, and it talks about the relationship that she has with both of her parents, which isn't great either. And this is told in a very unusual way, in the sense that it is snippets of her life and it jumps back and forth in time. So you get sometimes whole chapters focusing on one moment, but sometimes you get sort of half a chapter, or even like a page or a bit of a page with a moment, and then it will switch forward in time or switch back in time. So it wasn't confusing from that point of view, but just a little bit strange for me. I don't often read novels with that sort of a timeline or that sort of a structure to them. And it doesn't have an awful lot of plot. Like I said, these snippets are snapshots of what's happening in her life at that particular moment. There's no sort of overarching storyline, there's no sort of resolution. It doesn't follow the normal story structure. I didn't really get it. I think it's not really a book for me. It's very character driven. I think what she was trying to do was to highlight how women can get themselves in abusive relationships, how their upbringing and their past can contribute to getting themselves in particular situations. And it was a particular snapshot of modern Britain. But yeah, this is one of those books, and I watched a couple of reviews of this on YouTube, and kind of read some stuff online about it. I think this is one of those books that people regard as quite literary, and therefore maybe a little bit snobby about. This is something a little bit different, and isn't it wonderful? I just didn't feel that way about it at all. And it kind of sparked in me the idea, and I might do a discussion video about this, the idea of snobbery and elitism in literature, and that kind of idea of, oh, you didn't get it, or you didn't enjoy it, so therefore you must be stupid, like that sort of idea. I just felt like from reading some of the reviews that was kind of the attitude coming across. Gwendoline Riley has written a few other bits and pieces. This isn't her first novel, but I don't think I'll be picking up anything by her. And it's certainly, even though I haven't read any of the other novels, I'm halfway through one of them, and the second one at the moment, I haven't finished it yet, and I don't think this is not going to be at the top of my list for a favourite. So yeah, maybe if you like character driven books, if you want something short and kind of you enjoy structures that are a little bit non-linear and different, maybe give this a go. Yeah, but I ended up giving it 2 stars in the end. It's not really one that I would recommend. So there you go, that was my review of First Love by Gwendoline Riley. I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments down below. Have you read this book? What did you think of it? Yeah, did I miss things that you think would be good to highlight to me? I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.